Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 2. I just spent a little time just now using all of Gaius' true sights so that he can't use those on me. So, we'll take you through the plan. It's gonna be pretty hectic, but I think it should work. So, first things first.
Yes.
Summon up a simulacrum.
What?
And then I can use actual invisibility so I don't have to worry about it. Set up one of these over here. Get a time trap. Alright, and now I'm gonna fall back. Use that on me.
It is done.
And then go invisible. And we kill Gaius.
As I thought. You poor fool! You were all deceived. Alright. That went really well. Boy, those time traps are basically... I can then pause the game without pausing the game. That's why they're so handy. I have to use a high-level ability to substitute a basic game mechanic. Alright, well that's good. I didn't know why I was so focused on taking down their magic first. I could have just used protection from magic on myself. I think my original idea was it's probably best that I, That's a good axe, actually. I was thinking it's probably best I don't use protection from magic on me, because I thought that would keep me from using improved invisibility, or improved haste if I needed to get away from something. Then I found out that you could still use those as long as their item ability is just fine. Maybe not improved invisibility, but the others, definitely. On top of that, I could just have my simulacrum do everything once I had time traps. Because my initial plan when I was thinking through how to beat those guys was to use time traps. But then I got here, I didn't have any, I didn't feel like waiting until later. I have hidden myself.
So I threw a life away on them, foolishly. Alright, so we got one other pretty dangerous party, which is the Slaver Lords, and they're a whole ordeal. But the first issue with the Slaver Lords is the trap on the bottom floor. Who is that?
I trust you are here in good faith.
They shall return. Huh. That's just a Knight of the Order there. I've never seen that guy before. The worship of Joaquin is a weird deal. I don't even know if Joaquin ever did come back.
You will suffer. Oh, yes.
Okay.
What do you want?
So I'm thinking this'll work. We'll see. I can't remember exactly where everything spawns, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere up here. There's like a demon with the group, so you gotta watch it. Okay, you got the big one.
I have hidden myself.
Yeah, kill the ogres.
As I thought.
Those traps went off and hit a knee shrew first. I don't think I got XP for any of them either. Yeah, no. Because they all counted as summoned creatures.
Simple. My spell is lost.
Alright, I'll loot this floor. I need to head out and rest to get those spike traps back. So I'm not really certain what the plan is. Like, what my plan is as far as to deal with all of them. I'm thinking I should set up some spike traps down here. Like, right at the entrance to this level. Not a time trap, though, because time traps... Well, basically, you really want to be certain when you set one of those, because I've only got the one so far. So I want to make sure that if I set that thing, it's going to hit someone. But if I set it right at the entrance to the stairs, it's unlikely it'll hit any more than one person, because the first person that comes down will get whacked by it, and they'll be stuck. But I won't be able to get anyone else. I could always go upstairs, but, you know, that's a whole ordeal in and of itself. Scion is the guy up there, the mage, and he, I'm pretty sure, spawns in with Stone Skin. Pretty sure he'll also cast True Sight. He's got, I think, only one cleric, but then, like, an Orog, a Minotaur, and the Thief, and then a Kensai with him with that stun katana that I am not going to tangle with, because I hate that thing. It's a real tricky situation, I'll say that. And that stun katana guy is the one I worry about the most. Because the cleric and the mage, worst case scenario, I could spawn a simulacrum and he could throw up a protection from magic on me. I'm perfectly safe. I can wait them out all day if I have to for their protections. The two fighters, sure, they're a handful, but given my abilities, I can now take on fighters without too big of an issue. Because well, my THAC0 is -3 and -1, so I hit basically every swing. So I can use Backstab and just deal immense amounts of damage, and I have a Whirlwind and 3 improved hastes. And my armor class is halfway decent, and I got a lot of health, so I'm not all that worried about fighters either. The Thief is a potential problem, and the Kensai is an issue. Those are the only things I'm really concerned about here. Okay. Well, I'm going to head out and rest real quick. I should be able to get it down on the street. These guys are one of the biggest indirect antagonists of Baldur's Gate 2. Because they're behind all 3 of the special waylays that happen. No, 2 of the special waylays. The one with all the Orogs, and the first special waylay that I ran away from. And they are also behind the thing with Nalia and Isaiah Rowe and all. They're behind the slave trade going on in the Copper Coronet. And just the slums in general. They're a big problem overall. Okay, so I should get up here and take a look first. Okay, Scion is not trying to cast any magic. Take care of these. Get back downstairs.
I have...
Okay, he just cast True Sight. That's the thing he just did.
I have set my trap well.
Okay, I'm going to try to strategically space these out.
I have set my trap well.
So I can run people into them when I need to. And they don't all go off and not hit one person.
I have set my trap well. I have set my trap well.
Particularly because I'm pretty sure Keta, the thief, is already invisible.
I have set my trap well.
And I don't have any potions on me, right? Not good potions. So I'm probably going to have to use this.
I have set my trap well.
The speed ring. As well, I might as well do this. Just to make sure nothing screwy happens.
Out with it. It is done.
Kill him.
Simple.
Kill her.
Miss.
Kill her. Got her. Alright.
If you wish, I have set my trap well. Yeah.
Get wrecked. Okay, so neither of their magics can hit me. I'll disable the traps here and then go kill Scion. That's probably a cloud kill. Nope, chain lightning. Okay, you die first. There goes his contingencies.
It is done.
Alright, that went pretty well. I'm not going to have room to carry everything all at once, so I'm going to have to make some trips here.
I can carry no more.
That there
Your item is on the ground.
is one of the best katanas in the game. Several suits of full plate. Alright, that should expedite the process significantly.
As I thought.
I'm gonna have to use Roger to do all my trading.
Out with it, huh?
Alright, so that leaves us with the Twisted Rune as the last actual major, like, enemy encounter. Twisted Rune are scary, but they have one glaring disadvantage. There are only 4 of them that are actually powerful. It's not a party of 6 people I have to deal with, and they don't have any real fighter. They have 2 spellcasters, a beholder, a vampire, and then a human that tries to punch you with his fists, but it's not a monk. That dude, I don't know why he's there. He's a waste of space. The vampire would be an issue if I didn't have protection from undead. The only problem with that is I'm pretty sure Vaxel, the beholder, can dispel my protection from undead if he hits me with an anti-magic ray. So it's going to be tricky. I am fairly certain, though, I can sneak past everyone but Shangalar the Lich with, what do you call it? Hide in Shadows. The reason that's important is because there's a witch in the back, Leyen. She's the one that concerns me most. The Lich I can plant traps for because he'll spawn right at the entrance. The Vampire and the Beholder I have special protection against, though they kind of cancel each other out too. I should try to kill
I know a discerning
the Vampire
eye when
first.
I see one.
Now, those are hard to identify. I'm gonna have some stuff I'm gonna have to rest to identify, but I'll do that afterwards. Anyway, Leyen's biggest thing is she'll use Time Stop and then drop a gate, so that she'll summon a Pit Fiend on you, and then use Meteor Swarm. Now, she'll often kill the Fiend shortly after summoning it, if you let her. But it's a real annoyance to do it. However, if I can sneak past everyone else, if I can trap the Lich so that he dies the moment he shows up, and possibly more, actually, because I do have another plan.
Yeah.
But if I can get the Lich to die immediately, I can sneak up with my Simulacrum and have him use Dispel or Protection from Magic on her. That'll keep her from casting any nonsense. We'll then just have to kill a Vampire and a Beholder as the major threats. Now, Beholder is the primary target, or well, really the Vampire would be the primary target, because the Beholder I would have defenses against. I'd use the shield, just because, worst comes to worst, I can take a few Vampire hits before dying. I have no such guarantee from a Beholder. Beholders are absolutely freaking terrifying. There's also the charm effect the Vampire can throw out, which is why I need protection from magic on.
anyway. I would use that before trying anything else. I'm fairly certain that once one of them attacks you, or you attack one of them, they'll all see you. But if the Lich dies to traps, I think the rest will hang back until I provoke them. Which means I can check and make sure the Lich dies first. Which I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any option in. Traps deal a lot of damage, and Liches don't have that many hit points. But I can't use protection from undead at the start of the fight, because in order to initiate the battle, the Lich has to speak to you from the middle of the table. And if he can't see you because of protection from undead, he can't talk to you. Okay, we're almost done looting here. This is a pretty big estate. Makes sense that they're slaver lords. So the Twisted Rune is one of the areas that I intentionally picked up Clairvoyance for.
As I thought. Simple.
Now the plan would be I use Clairvoyance, send my Simulacrum up, because then I can see the whole area, and have him trap up the area for lay-in. The fight would then... I would then have him pull back to me and use protection... No, I'd have to walk in, talk to the Lich, fall back really quick, and then use protection from undead. Oh, gold's in my keep now. Okay. Really what I need to do is just aggro the Lich and then immediately retreat. Just so I can kill him and figure out the rest. But my Simulacrum has a very limited duration. I'm thinking I'll have him plant 6 traps. 1 spike trap for lay-in, 1 for the Lich, and then... No, I don't need him to trap up the Lich. I can do that. I'll send him to deal with lay-in. That'll give me more time.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm heading off to deal with now. That gnome is still there. That should have progressed by this point. Something's bugged. Okay, let's head down here.
Out with it.
Gonna have to use my rogue stone to get in. And then I have to either win or die, because there's no way out other than killing them. I'm gonna need that. As many people as I can kill with those traps, though. That will help a lot. I think I should try to get myself up... I said 3 spike traps. I think I should try to get to 5. And that is simply for the sake of dragons. I don't trust that 3 spike traps is enough to actually kill them. At least consistently. It does 20 d6. That's a lot, actually. That's definitely enough to kill a dragon if it maxed out.
It is done.
On the other hand, it could also do 6 damage. They never will, but they could, theoretically. Alright.
As I thought.
There we go. Now then. Send you off to do your dirty work.
What? I have set my trap well.
And I can still control
set my
him
trap well.
just by clicking 2, I think. No, I cannot.
I have set my trap simple.
I can doing that.
If you wish.
2 spike traps should be enough. He does not have the
Yes,
shield.
if you
Dang it.
wish. Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna have to equip this now.
My spell is...
Oh, the others are here. Quickly, use this.
Yeah.
Okay, he's dead. I think she killed him? Leanne isn't dead. Get up there, now. I need you to get her with this. Dang it.
It is done.
Alright, she's gonna go all time stop on us. That's not the best news. I'll have to have her summon her fiend and then deal with it then. I don't think I got the XP for killing Shangalar. I didn't know those traps would get him. However, seeing that killing him there spawns the others, that's good to know.
It is done. What do you want?
Hold up, where is he? Use that on her, now. Dang it!
As I thought.
She's gonna kill herself.
I have...
Unless she's immune to her own damage. Can she see me? Oh, she's going to be able to in a second.
Hidden myself.
Of course.
It does nothing.
Oh, it went right back down. Okay, use this before the Pit Fiend shows back up. And away I go. Alright. That somehow worked. I thought I was a dead man when those first traps went off.
Simple.
It's daytime now. Okay, so 4,000 from her. I killed Shiressa. Shiressa killed Vaxol. Yeah, she drained him to death, which is why he exploded. Revenek died, of course. And 50,000 for Shangalar. I didn't know he was worth that much. Alright, well, fight over. Still 70,000 away from leveling up, but it's closer. That's awesome. That's all 3 of the big, scary encounters in the city done. I didn't even come close to dying on any of them. I tell you, fighting people through proxy using that simulacrum is the best idea. And now I have this, so as long as I know I'm not going to be fighting trolls, I can keep that staff on me and disappear. I don't think I'm going to be fighting trolls. For a little while, at least.
If you wish.
Even if I were, I probably always have other ways of dealing with them. Now, that's awesome news, though. Because I was kind of stressed about all those situations for a while. Okay, so I need to get... Actually, I should put that shield away. The shield of Baldur on. The only other time I think I'm going to need it before the next chapter is to deal with one beholder in the planar sphere. Other than that, I should be good. I don't think there's any in the Umar Hills, the planar prison, or the Windspear Hills. There's one in the Windspear Hills, but he's a director, or he's the director, and it's really more of a beholder mage than an actual beholder. A lot like the Unseen Eye, but weaker. That thing, frankly, kills itself every time I fight it. I've fought it a dozen times at least, probably more. I don't know exactly how many times I've fully played through Baldur's Gate 2. It's been quite a few. But every time I fight that thing... Yeah, way more than a dozen, actually. But every time I fight that thing, it always ends up killing itself before I can get the finishing blow on it. Because it uses Ice Storm, and it doesn't know how to use Ice Storm, so it just freezes itself to death. Okay, we're all good there. Let's get some rest.
So I have two two temple quests to do.
It is
The
done,
first one is for Sir Charles.
as I thought.
Duty is the greatest honor, and duty to Helm is above all.
Alright.
Simple.
So I'm gonna cheat Sarles and give him the ore, not the ore, give him the alloy instead of the ore. Because I have
What do you want?
uses for the actual ore itself. I think you get a little bit less XP out of it. And normally that would bother me, but given the actual usefulness of the real lithium that he's gonna want, I'm gonna make the trade-off. I'm gonna have to kill Neb as well. Neb's kind of tricky. He's not that dangerous, but his stupid little child rates can drain your levels. I think I need to go in with a protection from undead. Because I want to
If
kill
you
them, too.
wish.
If you kill Neb, the spirits are free and they'll leave. The only problem is each one is worth 2,500 experience, so altogether that's an extra 10 grand, and I'd like that if I can get it.
You need something, stranger.
Who is it? Might I ask why you have disturbed my meditations? What I really need is to work in the medium of my choice, pure illithium.
What an upstart. I want to jam a sword down his gullet.
Yeah.
Imagine just being so constantly self-absorbed. Like, all you ever think about is yourself, how mistreated you are for having all of this money and no one really appreciating your art. Can you imagine? In reality, that's bad enough. In the Forgotten Realms, where there's all these different gods and crazy monsters and magic everywhere and this and that, and you're focused on your art and how it's underappreciated. Excuse me? The real annoying part is how true it rings. The fact that it doesn't just feel like it's a game, because people actually act like that. Dreadful humans. The whole idea of the nobles, though, just boils my blood.
It is
Noblemen.
done.
What a joke.
Greetings, good customer. A pearl to you.
Okay, so she wants me here in a day. So I'm gonna go meet with Unger Hildark, hear about Neb, go off to the Bridge District, kill Neb, and then deposit the ore in my hole in the wall, then rest for a day.
As I thought.
Yeah, I think I could just summon my Simulacrum outside, have him drop protection from undead on me. I could do it inside, but I don't know if those wraiths can see through invisibility, and I'm not keen on finding out. 4 of them being able to level drain me is a disturbing prospect.
Wear on me nerves.
If you wish.
I'm glad that they added him into this quest, because I can tell you, probably one of the biggest gripes people had with the first game after they were done with it was that they could not kill Neb in his cell and still survive, make the game work normally. Because when you get captured, of course, in Baldur's Gate 1, you're thrown into a cell, and Neb is the only one that can help you get out. No matter how much you want to rip his head off. But you can finally get vengeance in this.
Anything you need, I can likely provide.
What do you want?
There's Miss Cragmoon.
Yes.
Neb will try to backstab me too, but I'm fairly certain he can't do enough damage to be a real
Yeah,
threat.
You You wouldn't hurt a gnome, would you?
Oh, 1,500, not 2,500. Neb is beefing himself up in a corner.
Missed.
Yeah, you sure think a lot of yourself. Doesn't this give me special abilities I can use as well? It does. Wait, what is Spell Trap? I need to look into that.
It is done.
Alright, where are you, Neb? Oh, there you are. 80 damage. That's actually quite a bit. Whoa, kill him.
Be tended to.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. I did not know how much he did. If he had gone invisible again, I would have been out that door and down the street. Wait a second, what does this thing do? 2 points of damage per second. Oh, I can't be poisoned, though. Thankfully. If I could be, that fight would have been over much faster. Let's drink a couple of potions, just in case he's got some kind of nasty trap I accidentally trip. Yikes. You know, with damage like that, I don't think you could beat him in Baldur's Gate 1. Okay, there we go. Screw you, Neb.
As I thought.
Other me, stand guard for a little bit. Or disappear.
Simple.
Alright, so I'll go deposit this thing, then head back and rest. I need to rest for 24 hours. Given my damage, one rest will likely do it.
If you wish.
Even though half an hour is enough time to heal up the damage I've taken. You know, imagine if lightning struck you on insane difficulty. Lightning is scripted when it hits you to do 50% damage. And so if it did double, you know, I'm not going to risk that. Weather is off now. Nope. I just came to that realization, and I'm not confident the game won't actually do that to me. Alright, 17 days. I'd say that's good enough time.
Yeah.
Greetings, good customer. A pearl to you.
Okay, there's the lithium alloy. I won't be free and hair to lease this episode either. I know that was my plan initially. But, I don't think I got the time now. Honestly, that was kind of pushing it already. I will, however, do the secondary... No, not the temple. Do the other temple mission, which is just getting a ring back.
It is done.
Turn in Neb's head. Getting the ring's pretty easy. It's just go to the slums at night, talk to an informant, hear about where the ring is, go to the guy, get it, and bring it back. It's none of this back and forth nonsense, which wouldn't even be that bad if I had Boots of Speed. The only place you can get Boots of Speed prior to Chapter 3, however, is the planar prison.
That you need, citizen?
And, of course, the planar prison is dangerous.
Simple.
So by the end of next episode, if all goes according to plan, I will have the Boots of Speed. Alright, so we can go offend Sir Sarles. Want to do more than offend him.
If
Frankly,
you
I
wish.
should wipe this estate out. The Jestivs are working with Mind Flayers. Sadly, I don't get to kill the Hidden because I'm not doing Jan's side quest. I would like to, and I'll wipe out the rest of the Hidden's colony, too.
This is not Illithium. You have cheated my art.
This city has insulted my work. He seems like the kind of fellow that could use a swift punch to the face. What are they all so busy with anyway, that they can't stoop to speak with normal people? It's not like they have any real business. I mean, a couple nobles might. Most nobles, though, just throw their money at random enterprises which they make money off of either way, because no one can afford to disappoint them. So they always have backing of someone more powerful. Merchants are the people I'd respect much more than them, because merchants,
It is done,
in a world like this, had to actually build a business, and it's difficult
as I thought.
and very opposed work. Alright, yeah, 10 grand. Pretty sure helping him is worth over 20,000. Actually giving Sir Sarles the real stuff, but I wanted the actual things. Okay, and then I got the Helm of the Noble.
I have a duty for you to perform.
Now I gotta go over to Dawnbringer Sane
Out with it.
in the Temple of Lathander. Just FYI, I will be wiping out both of these temples, the Temple of Talos and the Most Noble Order, and the Order of the Most Noble Radiant Heart. I'll be destroying all of those places. I'll only be doing it later, though. Probably after I've done all the other side quests.
The Morning Lord welcomes you to his sight.
Well, you better believe there's going to be bloodshed. For some reason, when that stupid thief tells you to pledge service to Talos so that he knows you're not working with one of the other churches, because they would never pledge service to Talos, you can't just immediately tell him no. You have to ask why and then say like one or two other dialogue options. Then you can say, I'm just here to kill you. But they make you talk with him first. That always annoyed me. One more time. There we go. Well, let's go meet Traven. And this quest is entirely contained in the slums, so I don't have to go anywhere else. But since I'm not a cleric and don't have the thing on that lets me do all of the stronghold quests, this will be the last thing I actually do for the temple. You know what I could have done was run to the far end of that house instead of going over to Neb and planted a spike trap and then lured him into it. That probably would have killed him. Maybe not, though. Getting up there is annoying. It's like reaching Crow's Perch in The Witcher. You have to go through that long, extended walkway every time, and you have to go up there just slightly more than you want to. Just like one too many times for you to have any joy at all. Just be convenient. Man, I can't wait to get the boots again, because then I'll never be without them. I'll have them for the rest of the game.
Ah, I know a discerning eye when I see one.
I'm sure you guys are all very important in your little social circles, but I really don't have time to waste here.
It is done.
There we go.
As I thought.
Talos Temple, you hire trash workers. You see how effortlessly they all died? And the primary thief, who was somehow in charge of them, had like 7 hit points. That dude went down immediately. And was worth 1/10 the experience the rest of them were worth.
Simple.
We're almost done here, though.
If you wish.
Still can't believe those traps went off and killed Shangalar right off the bat. That opens up a whole new strategy for any future attempts there, but man, that was terrifying.
The Morning Lord welcomes you to his site.
Alright, 1,000 gold, 16,000 experience. We all good. Yeah, so that's all we've got left then, is the other big quests. So that's it for this one. We'll be picking up over in the sewers, breaching Mekrath's lair. I'll try to do his quest if he lets me. But he's a bit temperamental, so if he doesn't, he dies. Between this episode and the next one, I'll be heading over to the Diarnis Keep and doing any quests there. It should just be land disputes and wanting me to rebuild things and deal with bandit problems. It's literally just a bunch of dialogue and spending of money, so I'll get some extra XP. But other than that, nothing new. So, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.